Hello everyone, you're watching Can You See Fish, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Jack and the Pack. The story of Jack and the Pack is interesting. The fact that we may have never even seen it makes it worth talking about. So where did it begin? Well, in 2002, Series 6 of Thomas and Friends released. Included as part of the 26 episodes were two focused on the character Jack the Front Loader. The purpose of these two episodes were to basically set up a spin-off show in the same vein as Tugs, but with construction vehicles instead of boats. The episode introduced a plethora of new characters. As well as Jack, there was Alfie, Oliver, because apparently they ran out of original names for characters, Max, Kelly, Byron, Ned and Isabella. Then, a year later in 2003, production began alongside Series 7. That's why multiple Series 7 shots are reused in episodes of Jack and the Pack, because they were being produced around the same time. Along with the characters from Series 6, 4 new characters were introduced: Monty, Nelson, Buster and Patrick. I always found it interesting how only Max appeared in Series 6, but it's always Max and Monty whenever you see them in like merchandising or anything like that. As well as these, there was a cancelled character called Nigel, but something happened in 2003. Hit Entertainment purchased Thomas and Friends, and with that they cancelled Jack and the Pack after half of the series had finished being recorded. Hit decided to lock away the episodes instead of release them, but then 3 years later in 2006 they decided to release the episodes exclusively on DVD. 11 of the 13 episodes produced were released on Thomas's Trusty Friends, and the other 2 were released on a promotional DVD found at the now defunct Woolworths, as well as in the newspaper The Sunday Mirror, which is how I got my copy. Music was composed by Robert Hartshorn, which, whilst I think it's good, particularly the main Pack theme in that series, imagine how great it would have been if Mike and Junior had composed the music. The 13 episodes were narrated by Michael Angelis in the UK and Michael Brandon in the US, and I think that they both did a pretty good job, but of course Angelis' narration was superior. In certain episodes he still has that energy that he had in Series 6, even though this was recorded around the time of Series 10, I think 2006 was Series 10, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But why did Hit decide to release the episodes? Well, the answer is really quite simple. Money. Hit had already created multiple characters for the key purpose of selling merchandise, and by releasing the series they could have tie-ins with 12 new ones. Hit made some changes to the series. For one, they changed the name from Jack and the Pack to Jack and the Sodor Construction Company. What a fantastic name that is. It isn't at all long and has no flow whatsoever, as opposed to just calling it Jack and the Pack. But they also changed the titles of the episodes to shoehorn Thomas and Percy into them. That was because they released it not as a spin-off, but as part of the Thomas and Friends brand and part of the Thomas and Friends series, as opposed to being its own thing like, say, Tugs was. This was likely because Hit at the time also owned Bob the Builder, and they didn't likely want to divert attention away from that to another construction vehicle-based series. So how does the series hold up? Well, all 13 of the 26 episodes created I would consider range between okay and very good. They don't compete with anything from Series 1 to 5, but they could fit in with Series 6 and 7 when it comes to quality, and yeah, the episodes are way better than stuff that was produced between Series 8 and 16. For me, the best episodes are probably Thomas's Trusty Friends and A Visit from Thomas, and the worst's probably Percy's Scary Tale, but it's still an okay episode. Like I mentioned, not as bad as anything from 8 to 16. Overall, the story of Jack and the Pack is pretty sad. The episodes were never released with their original titles, and only half the series was made, but the Pack do live on in the modern show. After this, they played a pretty large role in The Great Discovery, and Jack and Alfie both appeared in Series 12. Jack was the first character to be brought back by Andrew Brenner in the renaissance of the show, and Alfie, Oliver, Max and Monty all followed. So, that's Jack and the Pack. You've been watching Can You See Fish? And until next time, goodbye.
Duck still wonders about the lands beyond the horizon, but he enjoys being with friends most of all, and I think he knows that sometimes the best travels are those we can only dream about. Don't you?